welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right. This is the Tuesday episode, and boy, do I got an interesting, and I mean interesting thread for y'all for this one. Boy, am I excited for this episode. This one is, why didn't he or she get a second date? Oh, baby. Let's see why you motherfuckers didn't get no second dates. You know what I mean? Okay. So, why didn't he or she get a second date? Casually mentioned that she lost custody of her 5 kids. Seemed like a red flag to me. Yeah. What? She went on a date and then casually mentioned, oh yeah, I just lost custody of my 5 kids, by the way. Like, what? You lost what? Squeeze me? Because damn, girl. Wow. Woo. Yeah, nah, she wouldn't get no second date from me either. God damn. All right, why didn't he or she get a second date? She brought her kid to the restaurant without actually telling me she had a kid. Then she saw her friend outside. She got up and left me with her child, who I had never met, and had a 15-minute conversation outside. Wow. Is this what we're doing? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been on some bad dates lately. But is this what we're doing? Like, bruh. Man. That's crazy. You gonna leave your kid in the restaurant with a stranger, mind you. You don't know this man. Yeah, you going on a date with him, but you don't know this man. And you leaving your kid with him to go have a 15-minute conversation because your girlfriend's outside? Like, okay. Fucking crazy. Wow. Why didn't he or she get a second date? She didn't speak English. I didn't speak Korean. Good pizza, though. I mean, hey, man. That's why you got to learn that Hangulmal, man. You know? If you're going to be dating an Asian girl, bro, you got to learn the language, man. You know what I mean? Dog, you got to learn that Korean. You know? Dang. I wonder how y'all even set up a date in the first place. Well, see, also you got to understand that there is translative language with text messages and stuff. So like if I send you a text in English and your phone language is set to Korean, let's just say, it's going to read out in Korean. It's going to, like, your phone's automatically going to translate it for you. So I'm thinking she was just like, oh, okay. You know the Hangulmal. I like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then they met up and he's just like, hey. And she's just like, oh, you know. Was like, so it's just like, yeah, you know. I guess so. You know. Okay. Why didn't he or she get a second date? Not me, but my buddy went on a date. She showed up roughly 6 to 7 months pregnant. Bro, what in the hell? What? 6 to 7 months pregnant? I would walk away so fucking fast. It's ridiculous. I'd be like, yeah, gone. Nope. How in the fuck do you get away with that? Wow. Woo! All right, why did he or she get a second date? Her apartment looked like it was ransacked by wolves. I'm not even exaggerating. This was a city apartment, so I'm quite sure there were no wolves. Most of the furniture was knocked over, boxes everywhere, no clear delineation between laundry, food, and garbage. Oh, what? Did you smash, though? You know what I mean? Did you smash, though? Because and I'm just saying, like, you know, did you smash, though? Because, like, let's be hundo P here. Being honest with you, yeah, even a dirty place like that, niggas will still smash. Yeah, because I guarantee that's why you was at her house. Yeah, I mean, you guys was about to do the you know, the devil's tango, but, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, did you smash? Because I feel like you smashed. I'm just saying. Like, did you smash? And hey, it is what it is. She had that gross of an apartment, and maybe he wasn't able to, like, get it hard. Because I don't think I would be able to, just because of how, like, it was stank in there. You know what I mean? Because she's nose blind to it. You know what I mean? She's nose blind to it. She doesn't really smell like how bad it fucking smells in there. But I'm sure for him, he could smell it. And then I wouldn't be surprised if shit was living under yeah, man. You fucking kick over a pizza box and cockroaches just, ooh, nah, that would freak me out. All right, why didn't he or she get a second date? She was one of the cutest girls I met online, and we had a nice dinner. Then she asked if I wanted to meet up with her friends for more drinks down the street. I thought that was fine. Seemed like a good sign she wanted to keep hanging out. However, she didn't say another word to me the rest of the night. Once we met up with them, I just sat and listened to their conversation for an hour, then awkwardly left. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. I've been there. I dated a girl like that. Her and I, we were talking for a super long time. Texting every day and hanging out and all this stuff. And then out of nowhere, we go to a festival with her friends. And I am fucking visible to her. She doesn't say a damn word to me. And I'm just like, why am I here? You know what I mean? At this point, I'm just like, why am I here? Like, I thought we was going to have a fun, together. Like, I'm only really here for you. I could care less about your friends. I'm just here because, you hanging out with your friends or whatever. Like, that's cool. But it's like, hello, like, I'm here. Yeah, that happens, man. That happens. It's just one of those things where it's like, and I guarantee you, she was just like, "Oh yeah, that's just some guy I'm hanging out with, some guy, we're just hanging out, you know what I mean? Like, not even like, yeah, this is a date or nothing." But yeah, 100%, man, 100%. All right, why did he or she not get a second date? He talked about how much cocaine he did with his entertainment lawyer friends. He suggested doing some coke together. He asked me if I had any. It was a Wednesday lunchtime. Crazy. And it's so crazy that you say this because I just dealt with this. It is so crazy. I just dealt with this. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just dealt with something like this. Man, met a girl on Hinge. She was a beautiful girl. She was really sweet. Went out on a date. Took her to a nice little honestly, this place was kind of weird. It was like Mexican themed, but the food was like American food. It was weird, but it was cool because like you can eat and you can dance. They had a little spot where you can like dance and people were dancing and stuff. And then, you can go sit down and you can eat. It was a nice place. Had an amazing date. Super awesome. And that was like on a Sunday. 2 days go by. Monday, Tuesday, we were busy work. She's a nurse. So, her job keeps her pretty busy. My job tends to keep me busy. I wasn't busy on Monday, but, she was busy. So I was like, nah, don't worry about it. It's cool. And then Tuesday came. I had work. She had work. Wednesday came. She was just like, hey, yo, I want to see you. And I'm like, for sure. Let's do it. So she gets off work. She comes to my place and she's like, oh, I gotta pick something up before I head to your place. And I'm like, say less, girl. And I'm thinking, she's picking up, I don't know, food or snacks or whatever, because I planned for us to drink. I was going to make us a couple drinks. We were going to just talk, watch a movie, kick it, whatever. And so I go out to go get her to bring her back to my place. And bro, she's over here talking about, yeah, I picked up some cocaine. And I'm like, you picked up what now? Nah. Nah. We ain't doing this. I'm not trying to have your booger sugar in my fucking house, man. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to be caught up with your shit. And then on top of that, I also look at it kind of like if she was high up on that shit and then we did hook up, And then she's over here talking about, oh, you great me. Nah, man. Nah, because it's the same thing with her. It's like, if this dude was all hooked up on the booger sugar and he was trying to sleep with you and he said, and you were like, no, I'm okay. And then he gets violent with you. You know what I mean? It goes both ways with this shit. It's just one of those things where it's like, dating those kind of people. Nah, man. Nah, especially when you don't do it yourself. It's just, that's a recipe for disaster. It don't matter if you're a guy or a girl. And it's crazy that, and I never thought I was the only person that dealt with this kind of stuff, but it's one of those things where you can understand why they're single. You can understand, because she was gorgeous girl. And I'm like, you're gorgeous. You have a great job. You have a great head on your shoulders from when we talked the first time on the date. Like, shit seemed really good. We were having a good little intellectual conversations. And then you go and do this, it's like, damn, son. So yeah, I feel you. It's funny because I had just dealt with a person like that. And yeah, man, yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, let's get on with the thread. Why didn't he or she get a second date? As soon as we finished hanging out, she got into a guy's truck to go on a date with him.
Bruh.
So she got out of your car and then got into another dude's car and drove. Wow. And I guarantee you she was just like, oh, yeah, no, it's just like my friend. He was just giving me a ride home. Like, what's up, babe? How's it going on? Wow. Ruthless. Fucking ruthless. She was like, I got dates lined up. Man. Hey, yo. Dating is dead now, man. Dating is fucking dead. God. All right. Why didn't he or she get a second date? A friend of mine told me about a date she went on. It was great. They both liked each other, made plans for a second date, lots of chemistry. As they left the restaurant, she slipped on some snow and ice, twisting her ankle. He just laughed at her and walked away. He texted her later about the second date and she ignored. Nigga, what? No, she slipped, fell, and he was like, ha, walked away. Bruh, okay, look, I understand laughing because it's funny, but you help her up after that. Bruh, come on, man, that's crazy. And then this nigga thought he was getting a second date. He was just like, hey, so you slipping and falling, that shit was funny. You trying to hang out again? That's crazy, bro. Come on, man. She slipped, fell, and he said, ha ha, and walked away. Bruh, what are we doing? And then you had the audacity to ask for a second date. Come on, man. That's wild to me. All right, why didn't he or she get a second date? After going out of town for the weekend, I dropped her off at her friend's house, which was an hour away from where I lived at the time. I told her I had to get back home to get ready for work the next day. She was begging me to stay and hang out some more. I kept saying I had to go home. After about 15 minutes, I went to go to my car to leave. She hopped onto the hood of my car and refused to get off. After 10 more minutes of trying to talk her down, I gave up, got into my car, locked the doors, tilted the seat back, and acted like I was taking a nap. She sat on the hood of my car for another 20 minutes or so before it started to rain. That's what finally got her off of my car. Fine. Go home, see if I care, or something whiny like that. And she stormed off into her friend's house, never contacting her again. Yo, Jesus was just like, hey, my brother, I got you. Hey, yo, turn the sprinklers on this bitch. She crazy. Yeah, you know what I mean? For rain to come out of nowhere at that perfect moment. Yeah, Jesus was up there like, hey, yo, man, hey, get this guy real quick, because yeah, the bitch is crazy. This nigga got to go to work tomorrow. That's wild. And I think it was a thing where she probably felt rejected for some reason. She probably felt like you wanting to go home was like you rejecting her. So she was just like, no, you're not about to fucking reject me. Oh, hell no. Like, get over here. Like, what are you doing? You're not about to leave me, you know? I guarantee that's what it was. She probably felt mad rejected. And I think he was just like, yo, bro, I'd love to see you again. I had a great time. I just got to go to work tomorrow. Like, that's it. We could talk about, you know, getting together again, but then you want to go and be crazy like that. I guarantee he wasn't rejecting her. I think she just felt rejected. And then she was just like, oh, hell no, nigga, you ain't rejecting me, you know? And it's like, that's not what I was doing. But I guarantee that's what was going on. The wires kind of got crossed right there. But for her to be jumping on a motherfucker's car is crazy. That's absolutely wild, man. I'd have put that bitch on TikTok real quick. I'd have been like, yeah, see, this right here is wild. You know, also for my insurance, I ain't gonna cap. You break something on my car, yeah, I'm having video evidence. Yo, dumbass, doing it. You know what we talking about. All right. Why didn't he or she get a second date? I didn't know. He thought it was a date and I'm not gay. Oh, this dude went out with a dude and he was just like, yeah, man, y'all do. He was like, hey, you know, you want to hang out with me like next Saturday? It's like, yeah, man, I'd love to hang out with you next Saturday. Man, you seem like a great dude. Like, all right, cool. You know, he probably picked him up. He probably opened the door for him. He was just like, yo, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You know, got in the car. He closed the door. He walks around. He gets in the car and he's just like, yeah, so, you know, how was your day? And he's like, oh, dude, my day was great, man. It was good. How was your day, bro? He's like, you know, it was great, man. I've been looking forward to this, you know what I mean, hanging out with you today. You know what? Me too, man. He's like, no, I got this great spot. We're going to go eat some food. We're going to have a good time. Oh, for sure, man. I appreciate you. They get there. They talking, eating, having a good time. The bill comes up. He's like, hey, you want to split it? And he's like, no. I got it. He's like, what? For real? I don't mind splitting it. No, it's cool, brother. I got it. I got you. You know what I mean? And then out of nowhere, they probably go do something else or whatever. And then he gets home and he's just like, man, I had a great time with you tonight. It's like, you know, I had a great time with you too, brother. And he leaned in to try to kiss him. And homeboy was like, whoa, hold up. Wait, man. What is this? He was like, what do you mean? I'm just kissing you goodnight. He was just like, no, man, no, I'm not gay. And he's like, oh, but you just let me open the door for you. You let me pay for your meal. You let me take you out on the town, and you ain't gay, dog. What the fuck? And I bet homeboy was like, oh, you did take me out on a date, and I was the girl. He was like, no, I was the girl. Oh, fuck. He picked me up. He opened my door. He paid for me. I was the girl. Oh, damn. No, man, I'm sorry. No, I don't roll like that, man. Oh, shit. That would be a revelation, man. Oh, I'd be so mad. Oh, just at the fact that I was the girl. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking I'm just hanging out with the boy. Yeah, like, well, you know what I mean? That's my boy. We hanging out. We having a good time. I offered to split the check. You know, I just thought that's the type of dude he was. He opens the doors, you know? Nah, man, he was trying to get some booty. Oh, he was trying to get my booty at the same time. Oh, shit. Yeah, man. Oh, you gotta be vigilant sometimes. Cause it's one of those things where like some gay dudes, they dress like dudes. They dress nicely, you know. I mean, they talk normal. They're very poised, put together individuals, and you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know that they like to smash dudes. You know, you thinking you going out with a homie, and I don't know where he's like, yeah, no, that's my boyfriend. We boys and we friends. That's my boyfriend. You know? Like, shit. Oh, that's crazy. Just the fact that he was the girl. That right there. Woo! God. All right. Why didn't he or she get a second date? Asked me if I did crack, nigga. Come on, man. What?
Bruh.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are you gonna ask the female if she do crack, bro? Okay. I said no. Asked me where to buy crack around here, and I said I don't know. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. I'm just saying, like the previous the previous girl, where homeboy was talking about how much cocaine he did. My story about homegirl picking up cocaine for coming to my house. This girl, I'm telling you, man, it's wild. It's wild out here how many people actually do that shit. Yeah, man. Okay, we're gonna move on. Like, damn. Why didn't he or she get a second date? She didn't tell me she was engaged. No. I'd be like, who the fuck is your boyfriend? Or, I mean, at this point, your fiance. Let's keep that on OP. Where your fiance at? Because, no, you can't. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. Oh, damn. She out here on the dating apps. And she got a whole ass fiance at home. Damn. Woo. Wow. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. Come on. All right. Why didn't he or she get a second date? We went to a little tea/pastry shop, kept talking about his ex nonstop, showing pictures of her, etc. Forgot his wallet because of his depression. Then when I realized I was not engaging that much in the conversation, he asked if I friend zoned him. I answered no. Then asked if I wanted to have sex. No thanks. She probably would have fucked you, bro, if you didn't. You didn't talk about your ex the whole time. She probably would have had sex with you. You know what I mean? Like, but you doing all this weird shit, and I'm telling you, man, dudes who forget their wallet, I swear to God, are the worst guys ever. You have no idea how many times a girl asks me if I'm going to pay for the date. And I'm just like, wait, this is not implied anymore? Like, to me, the implication is I'm paying for the date. Like, maybe I'm just an old head. I don't know. I thought that was kind of implied. Like, I'm taking you out, so I pay. I show you good time. I like, that's so weird to me. You know what I mean? But now, like I said, going through this podcast and the amount of scenarios you guys have sent me, whether it's guy, girl, it doesn't matter. Yeah, a lot of dudes be talking about, oh, I forgot my wallet, or they be talking they big shit and their card gets declined. We've seen that a lot. That happens a lot. There was a scenario, I'm gonna share this real quick with y'all. There was a scenario where this girl, she went on a date and she sent it into the show, and she's just like, hey, men ain't shit, and this why. He was talking about how good his credit was and how he always pays his credit cards on time, and then he hands the waiter his credit card. It comes back and he's like, yeah, your card got declined. And he's like, oh well, go ahead and try this one. He leaves again, and she's like, okay, maybe it was a bad month for him, or whatever the case may be. Maybe he's got a second card. It's all good. You know what I mean? We could salvage this. Because she really liked the guy. He comes back. I'm sorry, this card is declined too. She ends up paying for the date, and she was just like, nigga, you get the fuck out of here. You ain't nothing but a capper.
Stop the cap.
She was hot. And I'm like, man. So, a lot of times when they be asking that, I'll be thinking, because they'll ask like, oh, are we splitting, or are you paying, or whatever, and it's weird because to me it throws the vibe of the date off so much, because like you guys are vibing, you're talking, you're having a good time, you're eating food, whatever, and then out of nowhere, for me, I'm the type of person that as soon as the bill hits, I just throw my card in there. Like the moment I ask for the check, I'm already reaching for my wallet. I don't wait for the bill to hit the table. I say, excuse me, can we get the check? And I'm digging in my pocket for my card. So by the time the server comes with the check, boom. They don't even drop it on the table. They just take my card and they take the receipt back. And for me, I try to do that because it is a bit of a power play. You know, a lot of girls, they're like, ooh, he don't even have to see how much it cost. He just lay the card down and like, yeah. You know what I mean? And that's... And a lot of girls are trying to say, oh, I don't like that. And stop lying, because you know you do. You know you think that's sexy. You like, yeah, he didn't even look at how much it cost. That nigga just threw his card down and was like, yeah. You know what I mean? You know you ladies like that. Stop it. But, you know, I would assume, I don't know, that's how I was raised. I was raised, you know what I mean? You pay for the date. You know, you pay for your woman, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, man. That's wild. That's wild. Just the fact, and then on top of that, why was he showing her pictures? Why would you show pictures of your ex? Like, oh man, you know, me and my ex, we used to do this and we used to do that, man. Oh, let me show you this picture. Like, look, this is me and my ex, you know, at the Grand Rapids. It was so great, man. It was so much fun. Like, why would she want to hear any of that? You know, if a girl talks to me about her ex, I'm like, yeah, no, we're done. Cause you ain't over that nigga. What the fuck are we talking about here? I mean, he ain't over that bitch. Like, come on, man. Yeah, you definitely ain't getting no second date. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. Why didn't he or she get a second date? Took me to a Mexican restaurant, got the complimentary chips and salsa, kept telling the waiter we needed more time. Once we ate all the chips and salsa, he decided it was time to leave. Dude just wanted free chips and salsa. That's crazy. That's crazy. What? He didn't even let you order nothing? He was just like, no. We don't order no food, all right? We just getting the chips and salsa. Like, we ain't doing none of that. Like, the fuck are we talking about? Bro, like, look, I understand. I understand being cheap, but bro, come on, man. See, this is a thing where, like, I don't get dudes who ain't got no money dating. I don't get, like, if I'm dating, I make sure I have money to do so. I make sure that I have the expendable income to do so. If I don't, I'm not dating. Like, bruh, it's like you need to have your money and your shit together first before you start dating. You can't just take a girl out and think like, oh yeah, nah, you know, we gonna make it work. You know what I mean? God got me, baby. Let's go. You know, if I pray hard enough, some money will show up the day before the date and we straight. Like, no, motherfucker. What are you doing? Save some money. Get yourself in a fucking good financial position. Like, she looked at him like, yep, wow, broke. Like, I like to be that dude where when we go somewhere, I'm just like, yeah, order whatever you want. You know, like, yeah. Order whatever you want, girl. You know what I mean? Shit. I might get something expensive too. Well, you know what I mean? I might treat myself. Well, what are you talking about? And you got me out of the house. I exfoliated for this date. What the fuck we talking about? I ain't about to waste my exfoliation. You know how much that cost me? Shit. That's like $30 a bottle. Shit. I only use it on dates. I like to have my skin glowing. I'm just saying. All right, this is my last one. Why didn't he or she get a second date? I have a very common last name. She had the same last name. Date went well. She said she couldn't go out with me on a second date, though, because it felt too weird. She explained that both her father and her brother also have the same first name as me. So all 3 of us have the exact same first and last name. I was like, whoa, yeah, that would be weird for me, too. And we actually ended up staying pretty good friends after that. You know what? I would be understandable with that too, because honestly, there's no way I could date a girl who has the same name as my mom or like my auntie or anything like that. It would just be weird. I'm sorry. It'd be mad weird, you know. And I've shared this story multiple times on the podcast, but I don't know how my best friend Alex, he dated a girl with my name. And I was like, I couldn't do that. I could not date a girl named Alex, bro. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? You know, I could not do that. Even if her name was Alejandra, I couldn't do it. I'd be like, nah, man, your name is, it's the female version of his name, and it'd be like in those TV shows where like their face morphs into somebody else's face. It'd be like that in my head, and I just my penis would be like beep, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I could not do it, man. I'm sorry, could not do it. I just couldn't do it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that thread, though. That was a fucking juicy thread. Dating is cooked. Dating sucks. I know because I'm in it. And I mean, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, man. And it ain't good for guys or girls. Let's be straight, all right? I feel like girls obviously get more opportunity to go out and, see the crazy fuckery than dudes do, just because obviously dudes don't really get dates like that, But, because it's rough out there. It's rough out there, and some people will be fucking it up for the rest of us. You know what I mean? And it's all clusterfuck of everything. But hey, is what it is, man. I'm gonna hop into announcements. We'll blow through those, and then we'll get to you guys' scenarios for today's Tuesday episode. Patreon.com/MyAssHole Podcast, getting exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday shows. All right, get in there. $3 a month, man. Get you that exclusive content. Links down in the description in the link tree. If you're an audio listener, please keep downloading the show as well as rating us 5 stars. Helps out a lot, and it lets me know that you guys are loving the content week over week, whether it's the Tuesday and Sunday show with the thread and the scenarios sent in by the people that watch the show, or if you just love the Thursday episode and you enjoy the thread and the book that we're reading, whether it's Haunting Adeline, A Court of Thorns and Roses, or whatever other book we get into this year. Because, we'll probably finish Haunting Adeline by maybe March, and then we'll be getting into another book. So, I do got some book recommendations, as well as some, books that I personally want to read. So I'm excited, and I love, sharing them with you guys. So I'm excited. We're going to definitely keep that trend going for Thursdays. But again, whether you enjoy the Thursday episodes, whether you enjoy the Tuesday, Sunday episodes, downloading the show lets me know that you guys enjoy these episodes and you come back for them every single week. And guess what? It's for free. All right. Downloading and rating us 5 stars is for free. And if it's for free, then it's for me. And if you want to help us out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. You know what I mean? TikTok, we don't know how long we got it. So, hey, support us over there. And my biggest community is over there on TikTok, which is crazy. And that's why when I did lose it for fucking 18 hours we didn't have it. It was one of those things where I was like, damn, that sucks. I'm losing a huge part of my audience. You know what I mean? A huge part of my audience is over there, and it's where a lot of you guys find me. It's where a lot of you guys, find out about this show, watch the full episodes, and like what we got going on. And it sucks when they do that. And so when they brought it back, I was very happy because I got that community back. And there was even people that did reach out to me in DMs and stuff like that. And they were like, whoa, I'm so glad, I found it and stuff like that. And so, and a lot of people came over to Instagram, which was so nice. I think in the last couple months, I've gotten over maybe 100 to 150 new followers just off the whole, we don't know if TikTok is going to stick around. And so that's very appreciated. Thank you for all of the people who, went over to Instagram and followed me over there, because I do all the clips that you guys see on TikTok and stuff, they are on Instagram. Instagram actually has more of the clips than TikTok does, just because sometimes TikTok likes to remove the sound on some of the videos. Can't stand that shit, but it is what it is. So the fact that, when TikTok was down, you guys moved over to Instagram was so nice. That was amazing. I didn't even ask you guys to do that. And the fact that you guys just did that on your own, I appreciate that. There was like I said, it was like at least 100 to 150 people jump. It was crazy. So to kind of see that type of support, because we have a good community over there in TikTok, that was awesome. I do appreciate that so very much. So again, love you guys all with that support. Without further ado, though, let's get into today's scenarios that you lovely people have sent in for today. Let me just get this set up. Give me a second. Okay. Am I overreacting? Didn't want to have sex. Now we might break up. Okay. I'm on a losing streak here. I, 23 female, have started dating a guy, 22 male, and we've been together for 2 months. Within the last week, we both had the flu. I'm immune compromised, so it was worse, and he had to come to visit me at my house for a few days since I couldn't leave. We both live with our parents. When we are at my house, I refuse to have sex. It's weird and feels disrespectful to me. He's comfortable having sex in his parents' home. Tonight was the first night I went to his house in a week and didn't want to have sex. This was the first time I've denied him. His whole mood changed, and he started explaining that he feels like I don't actually like him or find him attractive. He says, we had the opportunity to be romantic tonight, but you wanted to watch TV like we do at your house. We've previously had talks about my sex drive being super low ever since I've been prescribed Lexapro. I explained that I simply didn't feel like having sex. I wanted to cuddle and kiss and etc. I've just never been a physical touch person, and I try to work on it. He ends up driving me home silent the whole time. We kissed goodbye, and he explained he didn't want to feel like he was pressuring me. When I'm getting out of the car, he asked me to send him some nudes. I said sure, and left. The past 3 days with him have been rough, but the last 2 months have been damn good. I'm really working on improving my relationships and trying to find someone who makes me happy. I'm going to talk it over with my therapist tomorrow, but am I overreacting for being kind of upset that he can't just spend time with me? I really do enjoy time with him, and he's very sweet. We've baked pie, looked at art, and planned dates, but is a week without sex truly that awful? For a guy, yes. For a guy, yes, because you need to understand that when dudes are in a relationship with a girl, we innately understand that the difference between being in a relationship with you and being friends with you is sex. And that's it. There is nothing else that we look at that would signify a difference between us being friends and us being in a relationship. So if you're not giving us sex, then we just seem like we're just a friend to you. You know, it's like, wow, okay, you don't want to have sex with me? Then you must just see me as a fucking friend. Because this is the type of shit that you do, you know, with your guy friends. You just hang out with them. You know what I mean? Now you can argue the whole, but I went to his house and I was cuddling and kissing him and all. I don't do that with my friends. And it's like, sure, that's fine. But a guy looks at the ultimate thing of like, it is sex that is what determines, you know, us being in a relationship, or the differentiation of friends and relationship partner. And again, if you're not giving him that, then he feels like, damn, what the fuck, you know? And then on top of that, it's been a whole week. So he looks at it like, girl, I waited a whole fucking week. You're going to make me wait longer? Like, what are we doing here? Like, why? I would think you would be dying. But see, I understand that because I was in a relationship with a girl who was on Depo-Provera. And the Depo-Provera shot is that kind of thing. It lowers their sex drive and it makes them not want to have sex at all. And even if you do, you know, physically touch them and stuff like that, they don't necessarily get horny, if you will, you know, because of the way the Depo-Provera shot works and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't until she got off of the Depo-Provera shot and she got on like traditional pills, that's when she was like, her sex drive came back, you know, I could touch her and she's being real sensitive and all that good stuff, you know. So it could be a thing where maybe you would have to change your birth control. Because I'm thinking that Lexapro is birth control. I could be wrong. Please let me know down in the comments. I could be wrong, but I'm at this point assuming that it is a birth control. And I would just do that. I would start changing your birth control and then see how it kind of affects you, your hormones, and then your overall outlook on sex, because it's one of those things where that can be a factor. that can be a factor. And all my girls out there that are on Depo-Provera, you're probably like, yeah, that's facts. You know what I mean? Or girls that even got off of Depo-Provera, they're kind of like, oh yeah, that's facts. Like I have a very low sex drive, because that's just what the shot does. You know what I mean? It's a hormonal sexual depressant, you know what I mean? As well as a birth control at the same time, so it's just like, if you don't really have the urge or the want to have sex, well, guess what? You're not going to, you know what I mean? So I understand why the Depo-Provera works the way it works. And I think the Lexapro is kind of the same way. I think that's all it is. I don't think that you don't like him. I don't think it's a thing where, you're not like, denying him sex because you don't want to be in a relationship. I truly think that that's what it is, because the fact that you gave us the information that you're on the Lexapro stuff, I think even you may know that that's what it is, and you may need a little confirmation. I talked to your doctor about it and just let him know, hey, my sex drive is trash. Like, what can I do to stay on birth control, but my sex drive is still high? And you know what I mean? Just so that way, not high, but my sex drive is there. It exists, and talk to him about options, because like I said, I was dating a girl in the same position. You know what I mean? Her sex drive was completely low, and she was just like, like I want to, cause in her mind, she's like, oh, I want to, but downstairs wasn't participating. And, she was trying to wonder why. And so we talked to a doctor, and they were like, yeah, well, you've been on the Depo-Provera shot for this long, you know what I mean? And that does, lower your sex drive, as well as it's a hormonal thing, for your birth control and all that crap. So that would be my advice. Talk to your doctor about the whole Lexapro thing and see if that you can get on something that'll kind of fix that sex drive. You know what I mean? So, but you guys let me know what you think. You know what I mean? I could be completely wrong. Yeah, I mean, I could be, you guys might be like, oh, Lexapro is this, it's a seizure medication or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. You let me know. Let me know what you think about it, though. All right, am I wrong for worrying about whether or not my boyfriend is telling the truth about his age? Ooh. Okay. I, 23 female, have been dating this guy, 24 male, for almost 5 months now. Or as far as I know, he's 24. We first met around June/July last year. I'm very happy and I feel safe and secure with him. And we even met up recently. He flew over to see me, and we spent a whole week together. We had a lot of fun, but the only weird thing is, one night when I asked to see his passport, he didn't really let me hold it. He just rifled through the pages and showed me his picture with his thumb somehow covering other details, so I wouldn't really look at anything else. I didn't really think much of it at the time when I asked him to give it to me so I can look through it more. He refused. At first, it shook me off. At first, I shook it off, thinking it was no big deal. The next day, there was a little feeling in my gut that wouldn't really let me relax completely. So when we went out for dinner that night, I asked to see his passport again, and even his ID/license. He still refused. I was pouting in an attempt to lighten the situation so he doesn't feel like anything is wrong, and asked why not. And why not? But I was just met with because it's private. I don't know if I'm being crazy or irrational or what. If it helps with anything, I've been diagnosed with depression and anxiety around 8 years or so, and he knows this. I don't know if it's just my anxiety making me overthink again, but I'm just a little bit worried because honestly, aside from this tiny thing, I feel happy with him and I trust him. I just need an outside perspective on how to deal with this, if I'm being irrational about this or not. I mean, personally, look, I understand how some people would look at it as far as like, oh, you know what I mean? If he lies about his age, then what else is he lying about? 100%. I give that to you. I validate that, thought process. But at the same time, if everything seems to be checking out, and it's just this one thing, who cares? You know what I mean? You found a guy that you like, that you connect with. You know what I mean? He makes you feel safe. He makes you feel loved. You know what I mean? He's a good dude. And you know that. He's attentive to your wants and needs and cares for you in the relationship the way you want to be cared for. I mean, you know, like what? How much older could the dude really be? What is he, 27? Is he 30? You know, it's just one, and it wouldn't be out of the fucking ordinary for a 24-year-old girl. Or what? I think you're 23. Are you 23? Yeah, you're 23. For a 23-year-old girl to be dating a 30-year-old dude, that's not out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? Or even if he's 27, that's not out of the ordinary. Again, how much older could this dude really be? You know what I mean? How much older could he really be? So again, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you found such a great guy, I think what it is you've been hurt in a lot of relationships, and I think you're just looking for something to find wrong with homeboy because you're just like, nah, this is too perfect. Like, something is gonna fucking happen. And I get it. You know, I think for him, he just thinks it's weird. He's just like, why do you want to see my license? Because girls don't ask that shit. They're not like, oh, babe, let me see your license. Let me see your, you know, this and that. It's like, that's just weird. You know, even for me as a guy, I would think that was kind of weird. I'd be like, why do you want to see that? What are you looking at my ID and my passport for? Like, what's wrong with you? You know, I guarantee you that's what he thinks. He's like, bro, this is weird. Why are you asking me this? You know, and so, again, it's one of those things where it's like, you found a guy that you think is great, that loves you, cares about you, you know, I mean, makes you feel safe, all that good shit. Again, how much older could the dude really be? You know, like I said, if everything else checks out, and you can prove that everything checks out with him, and it's great, and it's just this one little age thing, again, I'd leave it. I'd leave it alone. Leave it alone. Enjoy the relationship. Enjoy being in that relationship. Enjoy being with your mans. You know what I mean? Enjoy getting piped down and taken out on great dates and all that good stuff. Man, don't ruin a good thing. Because if you keep pushing this and you keep pushing this and you keep pushing this, he's gonna break up with you. You know, or he's gonna feel like, damn, you're just fucking, you're too much. You know what I mean? Why are you nagging me all the damn time about this? Like, why are you annoying me about this all the damn time? Like, leave me alone, you know? So, again, don't ruin a good thing. And I think that's where you're kind of at. You're probably so used to those fucking relationships that you're just like, this guy is fucking too perfect. There's got to be something wrong with you. And I know there's going to be something wrong with you. And I'm going to fucking find it out. And when I find it out, I'm going to be so mad. You know, and it's like, no. Stop. I think somebody needs to kind of just tell you to pump the fucking brakes. You know, yeah, they need to get you out of this mental emotion that you're in. You know what I mean? And just stop you for a second and say, hey, you know what I mean? Do you love this guy? Yes. Does he make you feel safe? Yes. Is he a great guy and takes you out on fantastic dates and be dicking you down? Yes. Okay. Just shut up and just enjoy your happy relationship, girl. Damn. Instead of going to look for everything that's wrong in it. Like, man, you know, like, come on now. What are we doing here? Again, that's my 2 cents. I just think it's like you're just looking for something wrong in the relationship, and it's like, you shouldn't. You should just be enjoying the relationship you're in. You know, enjoy it, be happy. So, like I said, that's my 2 cents on the thing. You let me know what you think about that one in the comments down below. On to our next one. Am I wrong for taking OnlyFans feet pictures in the hot tub with my friends? Okay. Hello, everyone. Me and my boyfriend cannot seem to agree on this, so I want to see some outside perspective to see if I'm wrong. I will try to keep this concise. I suck at writing, so apologies in advance. Well, thank you, because they be thinking that I'm the one fucking up the reading when it's y'all that be fucking up the reading. All right? Come on, man. Well, yeah, they fuck up how they write it, and then I have to read it, and it sounds awkward, and they're like, oh, you read so bad, and I'm just like, all right, bro. All right. I mean, if you saw the shit that the way they typed it out, you'd be sitting there too like, wait, what? What kind of English? What kind of English are you using? Okay, this involves me, 21 female, and my boyfriend, 21 male, and a couple of my friends, Tina, 21 female, and Joshi, 22 male. I have been friends with my boyfriend since we were 16, and it's been almost 2 years since we started dating. Tina and Josh have been together for at least 3 years. I have been friends with Tina since 8th grade. I met Josh last summer. Josh and I have a lot in common, and we also have become friends. And the three of us hang out. Why doesn't the four of you hang out? What the fuck? Where's your boyfriend? You know? My boyfriend has not met Tina or Josh in person, yet despite being invited to multiple outings, he dislikes going out and meeting new people. Okay, that's weird. Like, I would want to go out with my girl double date style with her friends. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little weird. Okay, all right. More background info. I find feet pictures hilarious. Most of my friends humor me and will partake in feet pictures with me at social gatherings. I know this is weird, but I have been weird forever, and my boyfriend knows this, obviously. My boyfriend doesn't like any of it. He wants to gatekeep my feet and is afraid of pervs getting off to my feet. Anyways, here is where the issue came up. I have a hot tub, and Tina and Josh and I hang out and used the hot tub. My boyfriend did not want to hang out. Josh likes to take pictures with his little camera at our social outings, and he was getting a picture of me and Tina together in the hot tub to be funny. I stuck out my feet so that they were peeking out of the water. Tina laughed and did the same. So now we just have a picture of us two in the hot tub in our bikinis with feet peeking out. Tina and I think it's funny. My boyfriend saw this picture in my camera roll and is angry. He says it's an OnlyFans picture and has concerns about Josh having the photo and potentially getting off to it. Josh is not in defeat and he is loyal to Tina. My boyfriend is angry at me and I apologize, but that's enough. Hold on. My boyfriend is angry at me and I apologize, but that's not enough. Okay. And he wants me to agree to with him that it is a porn photo. He also claims that I'm borderline cheating. I just can't agree with this whole thing. With this whole thing is silly. Am I wrong? No. What? Huh? You guys took a picture in a hot tub and you're like, oh yeah, and then you guys just kind of like stuck your little toesies out. Nigga, I wouldn't even argue that that's a feet picture. That's just her and her friend in a hot tub. Like, girls do that all the time. They like kick their foot out or whatever, you know what I mean, in a picture. What? No, I'm on your side with this one. Now, see, it would have been a different thing if you were taking pictures, of your feet or whatever, and you were actually posting them somewhere for dudes to look at or to pay for or whatever the case may be. That is where I would have a problem with it because, it's one of those things where it starts with feet and then it goes to other things. But you're not doing that. You're not doing that at all. You guys took a simple casual photo and you guys just threw your feet up and it was a little silly fun time. I don't think Josh is beating his meat to it either because if anything, it's like they were in a hot tub. So I guarantee you probably don't see much. You probably see like from like here up. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. You see like from here up and then you see like their little feet poking out. Like, what? Then how is that a porn photo? Like, nigga, okay, nah, bro. Nah. I think that's ridiculous. And your boyfriend is weird. That nigga is weird. No. That is, I would laugh at that kind of picture too. I'd be like, dang, babe, you look good. But see, for me, I would have been there. Like, why the fuck are you not hanging out with her and her friends? I don't get that. Like, bro, I get it not wanting to go out or you don't like going out or whatever. Then why do you have a girlfriend? Or why are you dating a girl that likes to go out and have fun with her friends? You're invited. It's not like she's doing this and not inviting you. You know what I mean? Like, think about it like that. She's inviting you. She's not just going out and doing these things with her friends. No, she's inviting you like, hey, babe, come out with us. Oh, no, I don't want to go. All right, fine then. Be a party pooper. We're about to go have fun. Like, no, I'm going to be out with my girl and having a good time and having fun. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, why do you have a girlfriend in the first place? You know, and then my thing is with her, why the fuck are you dating this dude? Yeah, like, you know, I don't get it. It just seems like you guys are very incompatible. I don't think it's a thing where, you know, you guys should be, I don't know, you guys should be like, you don't have to be compatible in everything, but when it comes to something like this, I would think you guys would want to spend time with each other. You guys would want to hang out with each other. You guys are boyfriend and girlfriend, so it's like, when you want to hang out, and then as the boyfriend, like, you don't want to get to know your girl's friends, hang out with them. I don't know. I think that's mad weird. I think it's just kind of silly that he doesn't want to do that. And I don't think that you're wrong for taking that photo at all. You know, again, I thought it was something different. When she said OnlyFans photo, I'm like, whoa, is she posting this somewhere for dudes to buy and all that kind of stuff? That's where it gets wrong. But no, she didn't do any of that. They just simply took a picture and it stayed on her camera roll. She probably didn't even post that on her Instagram. You know, it just stayed on her camera roll, and that's a picture for her memory. It's like, oh yeah, you remember when we were in the hot tub and, you know, Josh took a picture of us or whatever. Like, yeah, nah, I'd leave this guy if I'm being honest with you. You guys are just far too incompatible to be in a relationship together. How you guys even got in a relationship, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know how you guys even got in a relationship, if I'm being real with you, but hey. To each his own, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments. But yeah. All right, I'm going to get to our last scenario for today. Come on. There we go. Okay. Am I wrong? Boyfriend lied about HPV. Ooh. Okay. I, 29 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 27 male, for about 9 months. When he first became sexually active, I asked beforehand if he ever had an STI, and he said no, he was clean. I was also STI free, and we continued our relationship. Fast forward to 2 months later, and I got my first ever abnormal pap smear. No HPV detected, but the cells were abnormal. My OBGYN had me do a repeat pap smear 6 months later, which showed HPV and abnormal cells. Yesterday, I got a colonoscopy and biopsy done per recommendation by my OBGYN. Me and my boyfriend have had a few discussions about who it could have come from. He has said some shady partners in the recent past, and I had been with few other people after my last normal pap and prior to dating him. Wait, what? And I had been with a few other people. Oh, okay. Probably the pap smear before this last one. Okay, that makes sense. They probably weren't together at that time. We both agreed that we wouldn't get upset about it because it could have come from either one of us. Tonight, he tells me that his ex, who he was with less than a year prior to dating me, had HPV and he knew about it the whole time. He said that he thought it would have gone away by the time he started dating me, since most people clear it on their own. He says that he has been wanting to tell me for a while, but his anxiety, he has really bad anxiety, was telling him not to, so I wouldn't get upset at him. He also didn't want to tell me after the biopsy results came back because if the results were good, he would have looked worse to tell me then. It was no big deal in the end. Of course, I started crying. I think what upsets me the most are the lies and omission over the last few weeks. He has had multiple opportunities to say that he did sleep with someone recently that had HPV, but continued not to say anything because he was scared of my reaction, which that was a bad idea. I mean, regardless of her reaction, you could have just told her. And honestly, I think she would have, if she loved you, you know what I mean, and was just like, hey, it's all good. Let's go to the doctor. Let's find some options, and then we can, find a way to clear this up, or, you know what I mean, we could do something about it. Like, because HPV is not one of those things where it's in you forever. It's not like fucking, herpes or anything, like any of those crazy ones where you got to live with them motherfuckers for the rest of your life. It's one of those where it is curable. It is, able to be cured. There's options for it. Like, you guys could have found options. You could have talked this out and worked it out. But since he didn't do that, I kind of understand why she's upset. Yeah. Okay. I'm also upset that he didn't disclose this to me prior to us having sex. As mentioned earlier, he has had a lot of anxiety, especially medical anxiety. And as soon as I told him about my positive HPV test, he did hours and hours of research into it. So I kind of find it hard to believe that when he found out that his ex had HPV, he didn't do his typical research, which would include telling me that I could get it from him if we have sex. With all of that being said, I'm a little torn if I am overreacting. I am vaccinated against HPV, and I know that I could have gotten it from partners I was with previous to him. I also know that a lot of people get HPV and clear it on their own. Lastly, even if he did tell me from the very beginning, I still would have had a sexual relationship with him because he was asymptomatic. Okay, no warts, etc. And I was vaccinated. It is the omission that really bothers me, especially about something like this. Exactly. Okay, I called it. If he would have told her, like, hey, yo, my ex had HPV, I don't know if I have it or not, she would have been okay with being like, hey, well, let's go check out our options. Let's go to the doctor and see what we can do, and we can clear your shit up, and we're all straight. We're all good. She's not even mad about the HPV itself. She's just mad that you lied about it. That's the only thing that she's mad about. She's like, I'm not even mad about this because you could have told me that you had this. We could have went to the doctor together and we could have found options. You could have cleared it up and we would have cleared it up together and everything would have been solid. And I would have still let you hit this coochie raw. But the fact that you lied about it is, I think, where she is having her struggles. Because she's like, you lied to me about this. And if you're going to lie to me about this, the hell are you going to lie else about? Like, what else do you got going on in your past that I don't know about? You know what I mean? Shit, you could have had gonorrhea at one time and I don't even fucking know. You know what I mean? Because, or you could even have the herpelurpicus, and you're just taking shit to suppress it so much to where you don't see it. You know what I mean? Like, there could be some crazy shit going on. So I completely understand, like, where she's coming from in that. Personally, I would feel for her. I think she's going about it the right way as well, to where she's like, yo, if you would have just been honest with me, we would have went to the doctor, found some options, cleared it up, and you would have been hitting this coochie raw all day. But since, you lied to me and then you hit the coochie raw, it's like, wait a minute, this ain't what it's supposed to be. So I do not think that you are overreacting. I don't think you're wrong in the way you are dealing with this because, again, dude lied. When he could have just been honest and you would have been a straight, understanding girl. And again, if it's one of those things where, like, dudes out there, if you have this kind of thing that you're dealing with and your girl is not willing to, hey, we'll go to the doctors, we'll figure things out, and we'll do it, and she just leaves you, well, guess what, man? She didn't really love you anyway. You know what I mean? Because if she's willing to, run from a kind of a problem like this, she's going to run from a different problem as well. You know what I mean? Say you come in, you got crazy financial issues like debt, you're in like massive amounts of debt or whatever. She might just be like, peace. Nah, I'm good. Or say it's a thing where, you lose your job and it's hard for you to get another job. She has been supporting you for the last month and she's like, you know what, man, can't do this no more. Deuces. It's one of those things where it's like these kind of things, when they happen, you got to be able to tell her. And if she decides to leave, she decides to leave. If she decides to stay and stick it out with you, then she decides that's how you know that's your girl. Yeah, I mean, because she was like, hey, I'm with you, baby. We gonna work this out together. So, yeah. But you guys let me know what you think about this scenario as well as all the other scenarios we've gone over today and the thread. It's been a juicy episode, man. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Appreciate all the support that you guys have been showing over the past year and a half. I will see you guys on Thursday for another Haunting Adeline episode, as Adeline is trying to reassimilate back into society with Zaid and maybe try to get used to, Zaid touching her and all that good stuff, because obviously, she was getting raped and all that craziness going on. So, we'll see how that all, handles on Thursday. I love you guys all, and peace.